This is a sealed Lego Star Wars set. Now, I will never be opening this. You might be wondering why right now if you didn't read the title for some reason, or if you just don't know what Lego reselling is. Basically, I am reselling this set later in the future. We'll see how long it takes, but I will be eventually reselling it. Now, what is Lego reselling exactly? Basically, Lego reselling is a process where you buy a set, you wait until years after it retires, and then you sell it on a market, whether that be Bricklink or eBay or I don't know, whatnot, whatever you want to use. Essentially, sets appreciate value after they retire because they are in a limited quantity. So let's say this set here, this set, I believe it's retiring at the end of this year. So after it's retired, Lego will not be producing any more of the set. So that means there's a limited quantity of them. And as people keep buying, or not keep buying, as people keep losing figures or breaking parts of sets and playing with them and then dirtying them up and stuff like that, there's going to be less copies available because of that. So that means that this set will start becoming more rare. And as it becomes more rare, it will increase in price. So, I wanted to talk about today whether or not you should resell Lego. So, I'm going to go into a couple factors here. First, I will go into the time it takes to actually wait, the prices, the cost of doing it, which is the same thing as the prices, as well as the exclusivity of figures and parts. So, first of all, I'll talk about the time it takes. So, Lego sets take a while to appreciate depending on what they are. And that usually depends on exclusivity of figures, which I'll talk about later. But, essentially, after, it takes about, I think, a year, depending on the set, to actually start appreciating in price. Because this set's probably going to be, actually start going up in price in 2027. Because, it takes about a year. Because, when it's freshly retired, there's still going to be sets on store shelves. And even after all of them are gone off of store shelves, there's still going to be relatively good copies, new sealed copies available for lower than retail on Bricklink and sites like that. So, generally, it's going to take about a year for it to actually start properly appreciating. So, a good thing to do, or a good thing to think about, is making sure you're waiting a while to actually sell these sets. So I recommend waiting 5 years to actually sell a set. Now, this set that's going to be a while. But it does pay off because later in the future, when you're a little bit older, you can actually use this, let's say, for your retirement fund. I mean, obviously, no one's going to use this for the retirement fund. They're probably going to just use it to buy Lego. But you can definitely use that for your retirement fund, since if you're watching this, you're probably not over the age of 30, or at least I hope you're not over the age of 30. So you can definitely use this for your retirement fund, or whatever else you want to do with it. I guess it's not really my thing to dictate. But basically, like I said, takes a while. Now, the second thing I was going to talk about was prices. You paying for another Lego set, paying for Lego sets you're not even going to use at all, is kind of, can be annoying. Because if you're like me, you want to open a set after you buy it. You want to build it and play with it. Now, the thing about Lego reselling is as soon as you open that box, it will go down in value. It will plummet because the set's not sealed anymore. So that means it's not used necessarily. It's still new. However, the box isn't sealed anymore. So nothing's in perfect condition. So with that, I want to say that if you open a set, its price will definitely be, like I said, it will plummet. It depends on the set, but it will most likely plummet. Now, it does take a while for everything to appreciate, like I said already. But the prices definitely can be worth it. If assuming, okay, so what I do want to say here is before you even think about Lego reselling, you should have some sort of good income. Now, not everyone has perfect income. Not everyone gets paid $2,000 every week or something like that. But some people do, and yeah. I would say you should have a good income, a stable income if you want to do Lego reselling, because here's the thing. Lego sets take up space, A, and B, they're also Lego sets, so they cost money. Now, if you buy smaller Lego sets, that's probably not as much of a problem, because A, they're not as space-taking, and B, they're just not as expensive. But usually, if you actually want to get more value out of your Lego sets, you're probably going to want to buy a little bit of the bigger ones. So, yeah. Anyway, the prices are definitely important, because you want to have a stable income before you actually do anything with Lego reselling. You just want to make sure you're all good there, and yeah, that's it for that part. Now, the last part I want to go over real quick is exclusivity of figures. Now, this set has 2 minifigures that I believe will probably be exclusive, which are Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon. Both figures are specific versions of characters that I think died. I'm not going to guarantee that they died, because that would be a spoiler alert. I think they died. But basically, these figures are most likely exclusive, especially Moff Gideon, who is a specific version. Therefore, he will most likely never appear in a Lego set ever again. So, with that, exclusivity of figures is important. I'll give you an example of exclusivity of figures. The Phantom 2 set from 2017, it was about $25 to $30, I believe, retail price. And it included 3 minifigures, I believe, which were Ezra Bridger, Kanan Jarrus in his mask, and Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, these 3 figures are exclusive to the set, to my belief. I'm not sure about Ezra, but I know Kanan and Grand Admiral Thrawn are. And the set, right now, lowest sealed price is, I'm pretty sure, almost $200. So that's almost a 10 times increase. Well, not even close to a 10 times increase, but you get the point. It's still a pretty big increase, about 50% increase. Well, no, it's not 15%, 50% increase, but it is an increase for sure. So, a big thing is that you do not open your sets. But, like I already previously mentioned, at least I believe, it's hard to tell. I've done 3 takes of this. But exclusivity of figures is definitely an important factor, as you've seen by sets like that. So I do recommend you look for sets with possibly exclusive figures. For example, we have Ahsoka Tano's Duel Priya. I don't have that set on me. Well, I do have it on me. It's just I don't have it sealed on me. But that set has 4 figures I believe will be exclusive, which are Morgan Elsbeth. That's probably going to be the least appreciation. We'll see, though. Ahsoka in a special outfit. Ezra Bridger, you get the point. And Grand Admiral Thrawn, again. So, all those figures that I mentioned are possibly exclusive to this set. I'm not fully sure about any of them, but we'll see. That set, to my belief, will most likely gain a lot of appreciation over time. It will definitely increase pretty fast. So I do recommend you get sets like that, which with exclusive minifigures. Also get sets with a lot of minifigures, because if you get sets with a lot of minifigures, those sets are going to appreciate, I would say, probably a lot faster than sets with less minifigures, because you're generally going to be looking at, if you're looking at, let's say, a set with 3 minifigures, that's like $30, it's going to probably appreciate slower than a $20 set with 5 minifigures, for example. So yeah, it's like I said, though, exclusivity of figures is also important, but the more figures a set has, generally the more it's going to appreciate in price, depending on the set. But yeah, and there's also exclusivity of parts as well as stickers. So I'm going to pull in an example for this. So this is the Playscale Razor Crest from 2020, I think. Summer of 2020, I believe. This set was exclusive to the Lego store and Amazon back in that era. So this set has a few exclusive pieces and stickers. So I know this piece is at least this with this specific print is exclusive. So that's one thing. There's also plenty of stickers, as you could tell. So, and also couple unique pieces. I'm not sure if they come in any other set, but yeah, they probably do though. So, yeah, the set will appreciate a little bit faster than, let's say, let's see here. Probably, we'll see about the Inquisitor Shuttle. What's a similar price set? I'd say, oh, dang it, I don't have anything. Okay, let's just say the ATT, because that doesn't have as much stickers, and it's easier to find. Because the Razor Crest only has 3 versions. One's a $600 UCS set, one's a microfighter, and the other's a play scale. And that's the only play scale that's available, and it's retired as well. So you won't be seeing it ever again. So yeah, but let's say the ATTE is A, still available, B, it has many different versions, and C, doesn't really have as much stickers or unique pieces. So with that, that set's going to appreciate less than the Razor Crest. Most likely, I'm not going to say it will, guaranteed, but it's most likely going to appreciate faster and more. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. I just wanted to go over Lego reselling and just stuff regarding that. So yeah, that is it for the video. I will see you guys later. Bye.